Well, hello. My name is Terrence Lamont Bellows, and I am a student and teacher with the School of Metaphysics. And we're in Maplewood right now. This is for the Earth Day celebration and beyond. I want to talk to you guys about the School of Metaphysics and what we do with interpreting dreams. So I thought that this would be an outstanding opportunity to invite you into the School of Metaphysics so that you could see the school and then you could also understand some things about dreams. So I'm just going to do an impromptu experience here where I'm just going to walk around the school, point out some different things that are here, and help you understand how to interpret your dreams. Okay, so when you're interpreting dreams, it's important to understand that every dream is definitely about the dreamer. And then every person, place, or thing that shows up in a dream is an aspect of the dreamer as well. And also, every 24 to 48 hours is where your thinking process would lead you to have the certain kinds of dream experiences that you're having. So it's important to keep track of yourself and the way you think in your day. And also, of course, definitely writing down your dreams. So having a dream diary right by your bed is really important. That would be the best way to take advantage of receiving a dream interpretation from students and teachers of the School of Metaphysics. So it's really good because you'll be able to have a really accurate description if you write down the dream as soon as you wake up. Because there's something that's akin to like an echo. Some people do like to call it a dream echo. Because what happens is when you wake up, your dream often starts to fade. Even if it's a really vivid dream or one that really meant something to you, oftentimes it could still be one that fades. So it's important for us to write down our dreams as soon as we can. So hopefully you have a dream notebook just laying right by your bed and you're able to just wake up with a pen or pencil and write down whatever you remember as soon as you possibly can. So that's a really great opportunity and a really great way to get your dreams interpreted by a dream interpreter in the universal language of mind. And also just to understand yourself and your dreams more. You could even just write down a diary or a short description of your day into your dream journal as well. So then you can link that dream to that experience. It's really, really valuable to do that. The stairs. So going upstairs represents going up the levels of consciousness. And then if you have darkness, like we have darkness right now where I haven't turned on the light, well, that represents being unaware because you can't really see. So guess what light would represent? You guessed it. It represents awareness because now you know what's going on. You can see. So you're having an experience where you are aware. So let's turn on some more awareness. So in here we have a classroom. So as we were just talking about with a school, of course, a classroom would have a lot to do with the same thing. So this different room in the house, though, it does have a different feel than other rooms in the house. So as I stepped in here, I did have a different experience. Each room kind of holds its own vibration. So the meaning of a room in a dream is very much focused on what the use of the room is. So this is a classroom. So you guessed it. This would be a place that you would be learning. You would be focused on learning if you had a dream about being in a classroom. Maybe you'd have a teacher and some classmates with you. Then that would be talking about, again, your thinking process about learning. So that's a very valuable dream to have for a lot of people. Speaking of value, guess what money represents in a dream? Yeah, value. I'm the Segway king, right? So money in a dream does represent value because what do we do with money? We exchange money for our opportunity to do things, for goods and services, right? Because we value those goods and services, so we're willing to give money for them. So that's what that represents. Isn't that awesome? I think it is. Okay, so we have more rooms over here. So this is different states of consciousness. And then we have this room. So let's go up this room. This is some more stairs. So now we're going up the levels of consciousness again. In a minute, we'll be going down the stairs, and that'll represent kind of going down the levels of consciousness. So now we're going up, and we're going up, up, up to this room. This is the third floor of the School of Metaphysics. This is also a classroom. This is one of our bigger rooms. We have different events here like gong baths and things like that. And so what we're doing right now, though, is talking about dreams. So what does the third level of a house or a room represent? Well, it represents the higher consciousness. We would call that the superconscious. So you have three different levels of mind when you think about how the mind works. everybody's mind, the subconscious mind, we're all connected. So everyone has a personal subconscious mind as well, where we are all connected in that sense in our of ourselves. So this is a really awesome symbol to think about. So the third floor. Okay, so the third floor represents the superconscious mind. So that would mean that the second floor represents the subconscious mind, where dreams come from. And the first floor, well, that would represent the conscious mind. And so, as I was saying, so we're going to have the opportunity to interpret dreams for you. The School of Metaphysics is going to be really focused on interpreting dreams this weekend. So on Saturday, again, we're going to have the Dream Awareness Hotline online. So this is really awesome. I'm really excited about this. And so what we're going to be doing is interpreting dreams from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on a Zoom call. So you can go to dreamschool.org, and there you'll be able to learn a whole lot about how to interpret your dreams. You'll get your dreams interpreted from many different perspectives. It's going to be 13 straight hours of dream interpretation. So let's go down the stairs now, going up and down the inner levels of mind. So that's basically what I was saying when I was saying going up and down the levels of consciousness. So that's what we're doing now. So we're going to keep going downstairs. We're going to turn the light off so we can conserve some electricity. And we're going to turn that light off too. So now let's go back downstairs here, and we'll look at some more symbols, talk a little bit more about some stuff. So, hey, look at this. So this is a door, right? So a door represents the opportunity or the ability to come in and out of different states of mind. So it's like you can think yourself in and out of a lot of different things, right? So that's what that represents. And people, how about people? So when people show up in your dream, well, that represents the way that you are thinking in a very specific manner, because each person represents something different. So if you have your best friend or your uncle or maybe your coworker show up in your dream, well, that's going to have a very specific vibrational quality, because each person has their own specific vibrational quality. So the way to understand how people, we call them aspects when they show up in your dream. So a way to understand how people work when they show up in your dreams is to think about them in such a way that you would say, well, how would I describe that person in just 2 words? If you give yourself just 2 words, it makes it where it's very specific for you. And so you'll be challenged to be accurate. And so if you're able to do that, and your best friend shows up in your dream and you say, oh, I like my best friend. Well, the dream interpreter would say, well, tell us why you like them. How would you describe them? Let's just do it in 2 words. Try to describe them in just 2 words. And if you did that, then it would cause you to kind of streamline the way you're thinking about that person. So if they showed up in your dream, that streamlined way of thinking about them is probably why they showed up in your dream. So let's say that my best friend is curious and thoughtful. So then if she was curious and thoughtful, then what I would be doing if she showed up in my dream in waking life is thinking in such a way that's curious and thoughtful. There would be some situation that came up. So every 24 to 48 hours and sleep and that dream experience that you have, that's normally the reasoning behind the dream is coming from those 24 to 48 hours. So something that you experienced in your life had to do with how you were handling that experience, and it meant something to you. It was important to you in some way, so you remembered the dream that talked to you about it. So processing, considering, understanding, developing, forming a better way of interacting with people in life and what you really want to learn, that's what dreams are all about. So dreams are really awesome tools to be able to show you the way to move forward in life and create the things you really want to create. So let's talk about some more symbols. You're becoming more full and more creative, then that's what your dream of fire would represent. So maybe a house is burning or something like that. It's not something to be afraid of. And of death, death in a dream is not something to really be afraid of either. Death in a dream just represents change. So it's just a movement into a different phase. So if someone dies in your dream, it's not something to be afraid of. A lot of people have nightmares and they are afraid of people dying, and someone dies in a dream and they think that it means they're going to die in real life. Well, there is some possibility of that because anything is possible. But when you're looking at the basis and the basics of dreams, then that really is a focus on change when death shows up in your dream. Now, we can talk about some other dreams that are very interesting. I like to call those like kind of special kinds of dreams, like precognitive dreams or experiences of deja vu, what you have in your waking life, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I know I've been here before. But then you think in waking life, though, but I've never actually known that I've been here before. Why do I feel like that? I feel like I've had this situation happen before. Well, that's akin to a precognitive dream because, like I was saying earlier, we're all connected. And so, all the experiences that we've had, we have a way of connecting with each other through those experiences, just like being connected to the earth. Right. So Earth Day is really important. It's our only home that we have as human beings and many animals and plants that are here and the oceans and lots of different experiences occur here on planet Earth. And this is where we're all connected. So that's how a dream is as well. When you have certain kinds of experiences in a dream, you can feel like you would say that you feel like they're real, right? So what that means is that you're having an experience of depth and you're going so deep that you're releasing your binds in the ways that you may be rejecting or keeping yourself away from really being able to honor your existence and your connection. And so when you have a dream that's a precognitive dream, basically that means that you're experiencing something that hasn't actually happened yet, but there's like a strong possibility that it's going to happen. And so it really feels like it's happening right now. So we call that a precognitive dream. And a lot of times, the reason why we call them precognitive is because those things actually do come to pass in your waking life. So pay attention to your dreams, write your dreams down because you want to get them interpreted whenever you call the universal language of mind, dream interpretation, dream awareness Zoom hotline that we're going to be doing. I just called it that. I just made that name up. It's really a dream hotline online. It's really an awesome opportunity. So I hope that you guys are able to join us. So go to dreamschool.org and you can register for that. And that's this Saturday. It's going to be from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. So I hope to see you there and maybe interpret some dreams for you. And I hope you're having a wonderful Earth Day today and that your life just continues to keep shining and getting better and better. Thanks a lot to Earth Day 365 here in St. Louis, Jessica Watson, and all you guys over there doing this hard and great work.